I gathered up my film crew. Gonna go on a field trip. Coming in today to Paul's Creative Studio. Oh, it has a pleasant smell of wood in here.
It certainly is.
Here's some of the projects that Paul does. Cutting these out of 3mm hobby wood that he stains first. Some beautiful work. Here's his work area. Some beautiful artwork on display. His wife is a very talented watercolor artist.
And line in this particular program means that it's a cutting, it cuts it out. The fill portion would be an engraving. So we've assigned this to be engraved and everything in black to be cut. So we would do the same thing on all of the rest of the components of the file. And then when we go to put it in the laser cutter, it will know that everything in red will be engraved and everything in black is supposed to be cut, and we'll assign the red to be first. I normally do my engraving first and then the cut afterwards. Okay. And I have to adjust. This is my little stop gauge for this particular thickness, for this particular wood. I'm going to go back and go to home, and we'll bring it back to the original position. And I'm going to just confirm, I'm going to frame it and make sure that okay. We are ready to rock and roll. This is a progress line of the engraving, and it's telling me that it's counting down to like 10 minutes and 20 seconds, and the file will be completely cut. We use this little air compressor here to blow in through this tube into the laser while it's doing its engraving. It has two functions: to keep whatever you're engraving from catching fire, because it blasts a little blast of air in there, and also it cleans the area so that there's no interference inside. So one of the things with a laser cutter that you have to be aware of is that when you're cutting wood, it creates a lot of smoke. So the only way to evacuate that smoke is you have to build some sort of a box that's pretty much confines the smoke to one area. And then what I did was to add just some components, including a 4-inch exhaust fan to go from the laser cutting box and evacuate it outside. But you also have to have some way to get the air in there.
Right.
So I've just drilled some little holes in the back here so that it's a natural flow of air going through this to exhaust the smoke. One of the things that you look out for is this was designed to go in here, but as you can see, it has some extra space. So you have to make sure that the material you're working with is the right thickness for the file that was created. This is a slightly thinner material than the file that was created. So you can adjust the file to match the material.
We're going to actually assemble and show you what the working model is going to look like.
Yep.
It came out really clean. I'm impressed.
All right, welcome back to the laboratory. I'd like to thank my buddy Paul at Lightscribe Studios for inviting us in so I can see the process and for helping me with this hand crank kinetic sculpture project. I'm probably going to drill out a dowel and use it for the hand crank part here. But you can just use the screws and nuts that you want to use and customize it how you want. I'm just using what I had on hand.